The Camino de Santiago is really famous of its crowds, especially in some months.
And especially some routes.
We're not afraid about crowds because we have a way to go about it.
There was one day we encountered 5 pilgrims. Looking back, it's my favorite place where we stayed. So there, for the first time, I understood that by giving, Camino would take a different meaning. How do I give? How do I show someone that I love them?
What are the 5 busiest routes on Camino de Santiago?
French Camino.
From Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port.
Also from Sarria.
Portuguese Camino.
From Tui.
And from Porto as well.
Camino del Norte?
Not really.
Camino Inglés?
Maybe, because it's nice and short, starts in Ferrol or A Coruña.
Via de la Plata?
It's only for brave. We're not afraid about crowds because we have a way to go about it.
Maybe.
We have a special technique, which is not really special.
We go out at night with a head torch.
We go out incognito, so no one can see us.
But we can see the crowd, so what's the point?
So we have a magic cape, which we put all over the people. No, it's much easier than you think. Don't go to the same places as everyone does.
We experimented that for 52 days. We mainly stopped at the small places.
And it works. It was amazing.
It was
A
amazing.
totally different experience.
It's not like we hate people, but
The 60% of people who do the Camino, they actually do the French way. The 20% of them, they do the Portuguese way, and then other different Caminos.
people decide to go in the same month of the year. I think it also depends why you are doing your Camino. Because if you are going for Camino just to make new friends, you are looking for the crowds.
That's true. So the French way would be for you.
But if you want something quieter, maybe you wouldn't go for the French way.
And you would,
Maybe you would go for Via de la Plata.
and then if you go for French way, you're gonna complain. Oh, so many people.
Yeah,
Expectations, you know?
yeah, expectation. But also listen to your why you're doing Camino, not only expectation.
I like that one, yes. We figure out the way how to go about it, which is simply staying in the places which are not...
On the main guidebook, yeah.
There is, on the main guidebooks, probably you have the biggest places when you can stop. And everyone is following, which is okay, because the bigger places have the bigger types of more
facilities, more, yeah.
places to stay, places to sleep, places to eat. But at the same time, they skip other places which are absolutely wonderful. We were actually away from the crowds.
Also, in many places where we stayed, we were 5, 6 people. In one hostel, in one albergue, we were 3. Do you remember when we were only with the Korean guy?
Okay.
Yeah, that was the only albergue in the village, and we were only 3 people.
3 people, and one stage later there were like hundreds of them. And you know what actually happens when you discover those small little places you can discover other type of Camino.
It's more family. It's like being family, going from family to family.
Because those albergues are smaller, they know your name, the more personal relation, you know?
Yeah.
Should I play you a song?
No.
Can I?
Yes.
We have a new song for today. If you recognize this song, put it in the comment as always, yes? You ready? 7 notes?
Sí.
You know which song is that?
I know.
I know. If you know what song is that, this is the song for today. Put it in the comment and yeah, the new technique, eh? The new technique. I'm getting better. So there are different types of albergues on the Camino de Santiago, and today we're going to talk about the most traditional one called donation-based albergues. It used to be along the way the places when you can walk past. Pilgrims, some of them, they didn't have a lot of money, and some of them now they don't have a lot of money. They need the place to stay, to have food, and actually on that day, on the day number 3 of Camino de Santiago, which is the subject of today's podcast, we have discovered the first donation-based albergue on the French Way, which was in Zabaldica.
Yeah, we stayed in Albergue Parroquial de Zabaldica.
Albergue Parroquial, for those of you who don't really know what it is, that's the albergue that is run by the church. It belongs to the church, but at the same time it can be run, in this case, by the voluntary pilgrims.
Looking back, it's my favorite place where we stayed.
Oh, hello! You see how cool? Okay, so this is albergue, and it's kind of super new inside.
Yeah, it's super well kept. They put music for you.
They put music for you.
Yeah, they put it like really nice music.
And then you probably ask yourself, how much does it cost?
It's donativo, voluntary.
And this
donation.
is the voluntary donation, like the spirit of Camino, okay? So this is Jose Ignacio who takes care of us.
Albergue Parroquial.
Okay, look at this. Parroquial means that it belongs to the church. And this is this place.
So today we had lunch here with this beautiful view.
Look at this. Look at this.
Today we decided to walk not a lot because we didn't want to get to Pamplona.
Yeah, Zubiri to Zabaldica was roughly 15 kilometers.
15 kilometers. So we arrived early, like around 12 o'clock. We were still closed. It would be open at 2:30. We went to see some women who were giving a tour in the church. We went to talk to them. They were really lovely. And then afterwards we realized, they told us they were nuns, but they were wearing the habit. So it was already the first. It was surprising for me. Never seen a nun without a habit. And from the moment we arrived, you see that there is a different vibe. It's like they care about you. They don't know you, but they care about you. They want to know if you have enough, if you drank enough water, if you ate, if you're stretching, if your body is aching. Since you arrived, it's like, now we are gonna look after you. This is how I felt since I arrived. And I was surprised because I'm not used to that.
Many of the times, first of all, they run by the volunteers. Means that people that already walked the Camino or spending lots of time with people from the Camino.
And they are choosing to volunteer.
Yeah, this is not like a job that you have to do. This is not something that pay you money because they do it absolutely for free. So, that's already something different. The treatment, the way they treat you, it's a bit different. And then in many of them, they are full of traditions. Giving and sharing the time of food, preparing the food together, cleaning together, which doesn't really happen in the places that you have to pay. Don't understand me wrong. There's nothing bad in those places, and many of them have beautiful people.
Also, one thing for me that's really special is the sharing circle. In every donativo place we had a sharing circle after dinner. And it's something that I cherish a lot. That's true.
We were going on to the like a chapel or just sitting somewhere in a circle and
we were sitting in the choir area.
In that time we were sitting in the choir and we were sharing what is the Camino for us, how do we feel, even you have a right to say something or you have a right not to say anything, depending on you.
Does donation-based means free?
Donation-based means to give as much as you have and as much as you feel comfortable with. I don't know if it's in different cultures, this donation-based, because
I think it goes by culture.
It goes by culture?
There are some nationalities who are used to that. For example, American people are used to tipping because it's in their culture. Other people, no.
Take it as a good chance not to pay anything.
Yeah.
Mistake!
Donation doesn't mean not paying at all. Because in these places, you are getting more than in private places where you pay more.
What can you expect from those places?
I wouldn't expect luxury, although I remember luxury in this place, in Zabaldica.
There was plenty food.
Not only the food, but also the albergue itself was really clean, really spotless. And the hospitaleros were putting music, like classical music. It gave already the vibe to the place. And also the dinner was really rich, really like grandma would make for you.
Even the wine was there.
I mean for healthy food. And in many places you find French fries, always meat French fries. Meat French fries.
Pasta.
Pasta. Oh, don't get me started. Well, but no.
Erica's nightmare.
But I mean, I loved how the hospitaleros said, okay, these people are working all day, what do they need? So they cooked according to the needs of the body, to nourish the body. I love that also. You cannot expect is maybe the sheets for the bed.
Sometimes there are not even the beds, but like a mattress.
On the floor.
And Tos Santos or in Grañón that we went later on, there is even the different types of beds, because we like that so much that we carry on with donation-based albergues.
Next year, I'm gonna tell you.
You're gonna tell me, I will tell you.
We are gonna walk all on the donativo. We're gonna stay in the donativo.
But it's because we don't want to spend money.
No, because it's where the spirit of Camino lays.
It's a big statement. Would you tattoo it on your body?
No, why do you want me to tattoo? What was it the last time? Trail running shoes. Here trail running shoes and here donativo. So how much should I give?
Remember, you have a breakfast, dinner, and sleeping.
Which is a lot.
Have in mind that.
So, how much would you pay in a normal place? Second, if you don't have that much money and you cannot afford another private place, say, okay, how much would I pay to buy all the ingredients for the food? At least that.
You remember one of the hospitaleros told us, the food that you eat today is because someone left the money yesterday, and the pilgrim who's gonna have food tomorrow will be because you left something for his food.
Yeah. Not only because these people were, since the moment we arrived, they were really welcoming and really caring. It was like after some hours we were already family. So we sat in this sharing circle and we talked about how walking Camino is like going back to your true self. Is a way to nourish your temple within. I remember what you said that day, and because it's something that I was also thinking, that if I could summarize that stay in one word, would be giving. Because this is what we experienced there. Giving. We are so used to take. There we experienced for the first time since we started, I think.
And I'm not really sure which page on our journal is the subject of giving.
We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give.
That's the name of the chapter. What's the name of the chapter?
The Art of Giving.
Which page?
Page 18. So there, for the first time, I understood that by giving, Camino would take a different meaning.
It's not all about me and what I want, but rather about whatever is needed in others. No?
Yeah, and that's why I say that many times I'm too much stuck in my head. Because if you're too much stuck in your head, you don't realize what's needed around you. So what can you give? What does it mean giving?
My uncle used to say, love is giving without asking anything in return. You know, that's a bit of a summarizing what is giving, like sharing opening the heart without waiting for the answer of someone, you know.
For me, I remember the day wondering myself, asking myself, how do I give? How do I show someone that I love them?
I would definitely have my eyes and hands open for whatever is necessary. I wouldn't go around and asking people, excuse me, can I help you? Excuse me, can I be some... It's not about that, you know? It's more connected into being present.
Yeah, but giving is anything, like sharing your snack, sharing your water if someone is thirsty. listen to someone who is sad or needs to talk.
Being at the moment and seeing what is necessary. That's for me more of a giving. That it could be like a social work of knocking to every door. Excuse me, I'm a giver. Can I give you something? This is actually, I think it's even a psychological syndrome, you know, when someone is giving too much.
No, what's it called? The Red Cross syndrome?
Yeah.
I don't know, in Spanish you say the Red Cross syndrome.
The professional giver.
What's it called in English?
If you know how is it called, just put it in the description because I have no clue. All right, by the way, we have the journal, which is 5 stars in Amazon.
A lot of beautiful people are leaving us beautiful reviews.
Beautiful reviews.
Beautiful reviews.
This is the way to enhance your journey for the Camino de Santiago if you're preparing, if you're walking, but also if you finished your walking, because it's pre, mid and post Camino experience guide, which doesn't really talk about kilometers, doesn't really talk about where to stay, because we talk about it here. This is something that definitely can open the eyes for many subjects like art of giving, like
boundaries,
letting go, boundaries
on Camino,
silence on the Camino. They all related to crowds.
But also nurturing your inner child.
Now this one, I don't need this one, I have plenty of that. If you still didn't get the journal, go to the description and you can get all the yourself. The journey within. Anyway, I love this little thing.
I love the cover. I still look at it and say, that's so beautiful.
Because you haven't seen inside.
Yeah.
This giving spirit is something that we would like to share with people in our videos, and not only because the next May 2024 and September 2024 we're gonna do retreats, pre-Camino retreats called the Journey Within Retreats in Saint-Jean-Pierre-de-Port. Before you head onto your Camino, coming from many different places such as Australia, Canada, States, you can stay with us for 3 days and then vibe the Camino spirit, the art of giving, the art of receiving and letting go. Fight your jet lag as well.
Fight your jet lag.
With a nice small group of people that can become your family from the day number 0.
You know what I also like about this retreat?
What?
That we are gonna have a special group, but just to get ready together. We're gonna have Zoom calls to see what to pack, what not to pack, how to get ready, motivate each other. And already when you get to the day of the retreat, you already know each other. And maybe if you like the other people, you can start together the Camino. Otherwise, you get on your own.
That's a cool thing.
But I love that part that people who travels on their own and maybe are a bit anxious, they can already meet someone and they have the support from everyone, not only from us, but from other people from the moment they book the retreat.
From the community.
Yeah, from the community.
Family from the day number 0.
Yeah.
I like this. La familia.
Caminotellers.
La familia. And if you don't join the familia, you can get a shave. You have to be careful what you say to people, you know, so get a nice shave. More details in the description.
So we are now gathering all the information, all the contact details from people who are interested. So as soon as we have more details, we send an email to everyone and you can already book your spot.
If we're staying in these small little places, we have to talk about the dynamics of small little places. In small little villages,
and that's what happened to us in Zabaldiga.
Yeah, but the small little villages, they might not have a shops open 24/7. They might not even have a shops open during the half a day. Even more, they might not even have shops.
Yeah, I mean, opening hours in small villages is also something to keep in mind because they may have siesta
They have a
right after
siesta.
lunch. So until 5 you may not find an open shop if there are shops.
And then if you want to have an early dinner, you're probably not going to get it because in Spain...
The kitchen is closed.
The kitchen is closed until 7,
7,
8.
Yeah, until 7 and 8.
I would say like dry fruits, but yeah, but what are they? Like, come on, you go to the shop and you're like, what is this? So this is about Camino essential snacks, essential food, especially for the long distances.
So I wouldn't worry, at least on French Camino, about water. I wouldn't worry about that. I would get dry fruits, fresh fruits, and that's the only snack I need.
So I would take with me like a bag full of goodies, dry fruits, figs, peanuts, something that is rich of in elements and fats and even a chocolate, you know.
Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolates means to be good.
And for me, what I discovered recently, I discovered the Aquarius, equivalent of the Gatorade. And that helped me also with the heat.
Yeah, that helps you to replenish your body with microelements, minerals, and electrolytes.
Yeah.
You can get in any place. It's called Aquarius, no?
Aquarius, yeah. Low calorie, it's healthy.
Healthy.
Well, better than a Coke, better than a beer.
A beer is also a healthy choice.
Okay.
For me, I discovered lately the 1 beer a day, it takes the...
Yeah, keeps the doctor away.
Keeps the doctor away, yeah? And keeps the dietist away as well. And keeps the psychologist because it makes me happy, you know? 3 et 2 et 3, 2, 1 et...
As-tu là-bas
Au bout du continent, Messire Jacques nous attend. Depuis toujours en son rire fiche, les soleils que mon Finistère. Ultreia, Ultreia, Jesus Deus ajuda-nos. This is the third part of the song.
We almost sang it in every Donativo play.
For people who walk Camino, they really cherish this song because it gives you wings. You extra strength to walk and extra strength as well to approach the circumstances. Helps you in giving, helps you in receiving, helps you in understanding more the Camino spirit, no? Those ones who walked and those ones who still are about to walk. And I think with this one we can conclude our meeting for today, which would fuse in simple and easy techniques. There's not following other steps, not following the main guys, not following whoever someone said a day, but rather go with your own feeling. If you like the place, just stay there. If you feel like this is the place for you, just stay there.
And if you want crowds, because maybe you want crowds, stay in the big places.
If you like crowds, stay in the big places. Yeah, there is always a way to do it. Obviously, there will be some months which are a little busier than the others. And another way is to stay and to cherish the Camino spirit with the donation-based albergues called donativos. And we can find something more than just everyday consumism, you know? We can find something more from the heart. And for us, it was a Camino changing moment. We are just a step away from Pamplona, where we're gonna talk about stretching, health issues, and first important decisions on Camino de Santiago, but this is all
Evaluation time.
in the next episodes, yeah?
Yeah.
You ready for that?
Yes.
Let's skip to the next one.
Ciao.
Talking about cake, should we have a tiramisu of your
Vale,
mom?
let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Should we?
Ciao.
That's a good reason to finish.
Ciao.
Proprio no, 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 no. Ma perché? No, no, no.